Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the 97th greatest show on the internet. Right below the Spanish cooking channel, right above the Spanish opera channel. We're working our way up there.
Tacos.
Alright. Alright. First order of business that needs to be discussed right now. Caleb, you were talking about how basically Jake Gensel is turning into Jesus mode 20 or last year's playoff Jake Gensel. Well, today he just got the go-ahead goal to lift the Penguins to a 3-2 game 1 victory over the Caps. What do you
J-
think about that?
Jake Gensel opened up his closet, saw 2017 Jake Gensel, put on that suit, and that's that. Easy. I thought you were about to expose me for a second. I was like, oh man, don't do me like this. But no, he hit up 2017 and his iPhone, hit the callback button, and bam, bada bing, bada boom, biggest game winner in the room. Oh my
All
god.
right. All right. Um Second order of business. Speaking of my boy Braden Holtby, do you think with the constant choking that do you think Braden Holtby can get from this slump of constantly choking against the Penguins in play and big crunch time playoff games, or do you think that's all she wrote for the Capitals?
Well, what I think is I think Holtby unfortunately has to deal with this stigma of carrying it back, carrying the Capitals. I think he can clutch up. I mean, I I don't know. Holtby's Holtby. Tune in next week,
Um,
folks.
um, um, Whenever I do know that Holtby is really easy to get under the skin of because when Holtby lets up that first goal in Pittsburgh, they start chanting his name, and Holtby can't recover from that name chant. So,
God, I don't even have a shot on goal.
yeah, come on, Caleb, I'm doing all the work. Um, oh, I didn't even see that. Next order of business, the Ted Lindsay finalists just got announced today, and those nominees are Edmonton Oilers' Connor McDavid, Colorado Avalanche's Nathan McKinnon, and New Jersey Devils' Taylor Hall. Caleb, who do you think wins the Ted Lindsay Trophy this year?
Uh, Taylor Hall. I mean, Taylor Hall, like he had a lot of hype when he went to the Trashers, aka the Edmonton Oilers. But yeah, like that trade happened in New Jersey, man, and something came alive. I think there was some streak, like he had 30 plus games with like a point, which is absurd. And I know he did
Oh
help
yeah,
carry that team to that ace seed in the East. So hopefully he stays. He can help develop Nico Hersher, and hopefully, they can have a nasty 1-2 combo, and we can see the Devils return back to their former glory.
yeah. So as I just said, Penguins Penguins won today, 3-2 in the against the Capitals. Do you think the Capitals are gonna come? Do you think the Capitals? I know it's obviously game one, so there's no way that they get swept unless you truly think that they are gonna get swept. But do you think the Capitals can get any momentum from a game one loss and bring it into a conference finals appearance?
Uh, I I wouldn't say that far. I think when we go into Game 3, I think the series will be tied 1-1 when they head back to Pittsburgh. But I think it's way too early in the series to tell like if they can recover from this Game 1 loss to propel themselves in the conference finals. Remember, this is the third straight year that the Caps and Pens had to go up against one another in the second round, the fourth time since like '09. So I mean, we still got a lot of hockey to witness, and I think it's too early to tell. But I honestly, I think the Pens will be moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. I said that at the beginning of this channel. I'm still sticking by it, but hopefully we get a good series and maybe the Caps can pull it off. Who knows?
Yeah, I was reading I wasn't reading,
Man,
but
don't
I
play
saw a
yourself.
crazy
We all know you don't read.
statistic. Yeah, I know. I don't read. I saw a post that NHL or NBC posted on their Facebook, and apparently in the past 10 Stanley Cup runs by the Penguins, they've had to play the Capitals at one point or another in their series, and apparently the only time the Capitals ever beat the Penguins in a series, it was in 1994. Granted, the Capitals didn't win the cup that year, but that's a crazy statistic considering that the Penguins have freaking beaten the Capitals nine
Oh
out of
my
10 times.
God, we suck at this game. Um,
Listen, man,
they're
superstar
coming off.
difficulty. Tampa Bay Lightning is God.
Yeah, no, that 94 was the year after the back-to-back Stanley Cups that the Pens won in the early 90s. So, I mean, that was a pretty decent team, too, that the Caps had to beat. Like, that wasn't a pushover team. Oh, my mother of God, we suck. But,
It's all right. We'll get better. I promise.
I know we get to come
Win the
to
face-off.
Swish's favorite topic of the evening. He liked to expose me. The Knights are currently, oh my God, we have a goalie fight.
Up.
Oh God,
Up
we have a
5
goalie
nothing
fight.
right now at the end of the second.
But yeah, let me talk about this while you watch this L that Swish is about to take from my boy Vaseline. Predators. Just kidding, not even Predators. San Jose Sharks. I picked them to win over the Golden Knights. They happen to be losing 5-0 in Game 1. It's a 7-conference series. Man, he's still beating you while you hunched in the circle on the ground, man, like a little girl. But, yeah, Swish, I know you'd like to bring that up and expose me, but I don't know, man. I'm still sticking by the Sharks. It's Game 1. What are your thoughts about it?
I think you're really underestimating the Flowers' abilities.
That man went from a single flower to a bouquet. Can you get in the net, please?
Listen, we gotta have something happen. All right. Hey, I got it. Listen, man. Sometimes Hopi just needs to get out of the net. Sometimes he needs to enjoy this while he can. But yeah, honestly, like a lot of people, a lot of people, rid off like a lot of people didn't think they would get past the Kings. They would say, "Oh, well, reality is gonna strike in the playoffs, and they'll lose to the Kings." When you look at the regular season,
Oh my God,
Vegas
Silverberg, what you
was
doing?
when you look at the regular season, Vegas was extremely dominant against the Pacific Division. They were one of the best team, or they were the best team against the Pacific Division. So it didn't surprise me at all that they beat the Kings and could possibly beat the Sharks.
Ah,
So
yeah, I mean, if I know, hypothetically speaking, if the Knights win the championship, the Stanley Cup, Old Stanley, El Lordo, what what kind of would that go down as the greatest sports story in history? If the Vegas Golden Knights in their first
that
year in expansion shatter all these records, hypothetically won the Stanley Cup, I'm not gonna lie, I would totally buy a bunch of Stanley Cup gear and just keep that and be like, and tell my kids, hashtag please let me have kids one day, uh, kids, this is the greatest sports story in history. Sit down, and I'll
oh
be
yeah.
cracking open a cold one, aka Mountain Dew, aka Code Red, aka the best. Don't at me. And just tell them the story of what happened.
Listen, hear me out. You ready to hear these facts I'm about to spit on you right now?
Oh, all right. Hashtag stat time. Let's go.
All right. Hashtags. Oh, this ain't stat time. This is just fact time. Vegas, hypothetically, wins the Stanley Cup. After that, the Atlanta Thrashers come back, and Gerard Gallant leads them to a Stanley Cup victory.
And then after that, the Hartford Whalers emerge from the shadows and win a Stanley Cup. And then by the year
Right.
2021, the Seattle, whatever they're going to be called, the Squids are going to come and win a Stanley Cup. It's just, oh my God, Swish!
You know
out
what?
here painting.
You know what?
But yeah, no, I mean, I think it definitely will get a movie if Vegas can win, and I'll probably be up there because you know the greatest hockey movies of all time. There's two. I feel like there's only like three movies, like Goon, eh, Miracle on Ice, aka my boy Kirk Russell delivering the greatest speech in history, and then also you got Slapshot with the Hanson brothers.
um, um, excuse me, sir. You said there's two great hockey movies, but are you not forgetting? Are you forgetting about the Mighty Ducks trilogy? Ugh.
Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that. I should be ashamed. Hashtag we're shutting down this channel. Swish has taken over control. Kayla's gonna
I'm
leave
taking
because of
control.
emotional reasons. But yeah, I can't. Listen, my boy Charlie Conway, aka the greatest captain of all time. Hashtag follow me on Twitter, Charlie. Man's filthy with a capital ilthy. No, Goldberg.
Oh yeah.
Goldberg is the definition of Swiss cheese. That man literally relied on the offense to save him in every movie. Can we talk about this? How Julie the Cat Gaffney came in ice cold to stop a.k.a. young Icelandic Wayne Gretzky and just gloved him raw? Basically gloved that man and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't the package you're looking for."
Can we not can we just discuss that how they picked up a 7-foot gorilla monsoon to take one slap shot and completely made the goaltender crap his pants as the puck went through the net.
Oh, my boy Fulton Reed. The Bash Brothers, aka the Trash Brothers, those guys literally fought. That was it. They had no defensive skill. That man was like Zdeno
Oh,
Chara.
yeah.
One out of every 10 went on net. But yeah, that wraps up episode 3 of the Hut series. Took a massive L. We're now 1-2 in the series. LOL. We might have to put it on Roki next time to go 500.
Nah, we're coming back.
We're coming
No,
back,
we're coming
AKA one of us is going to spend our legitimate money and buy packs. AKA you didn't hear that. But Jack Eichel for president 2032. Until next time, folks. Peace.